And for him, first thing in the morning, yeah, I know that he didn't start yet. When he started.
Morning, Ron and Carol.
Here.
Good morning.
Morning there.
Would you mind letting people in if I make you co-host?
No
Please
problem.
do.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, co-host.
Yeah, it's a little daunting trying to get into this sometimes.
It's done. Just at the top, it says I'm going to admit everybody now. So here we go.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And then Lawrence, if you want to make us co-host, just in case someone comes in a little
You
bit
are.
later.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning, Lawrence.
Good morning.
Everybody's nice and punctual today. Okay. Morning, John. Good morning, Dee Dee. Good morning, Lisa, Lori, Michael, the Ripples, Jessica, Julie.
Recording in
Oh. Morning, Martin. Okay. Good morning, everybody. It is 9:31, so let's get this on the road. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Lawrence.
So today is
Good morning.
the 27th of February, and it's a short month. So there's been a lot going on. There is a lot going on. There will be a lot going on.
Hmm.
So last week we talked, among other things, about courage, and I just wanted to begin with a little saying which I thought was interesting was every meaningful innovation from preventive medicine to disruptive technology required someone to act courageously before the world applauded.
Oh, yeah.
Think about that.
Mhm.
So obviously the slaughterhouse of failure is not in our destiny. We shall persevere until we succeed. That's Ogmandino, a little modified. So today I wanted to talk about two distinct subjects. One of them is as a consequence of Scott Bennett having taken the time to come to Florida, and he visited Miami, Naples, St. Petersburg, and Jacksonville, having just returned from having just returned from a trip to Austria, and a week before that, a trip to India. So this, for me, is something that is very important to highlight. The fact that somebody who really doesn't need to do this has is absolutely going out of his way to make this a very, very successful, um, not a relaunch, but a phase two of the business. The phase one was the S3 scanner, which was very, very successful, was very good, helped us all make a lot of great inroads with helping people with their health and helping us making money. But this is a new phase of it. So the things I wanted to say was there are two things. One is the art of inviting, and the other one that I want to talk about is the pains. So let me start with the art of inviting. I made an experiment this week. Uh, mm, Scott Bennett came to Miami, Naples, Fort Myers, and Jacksonville. And I took it upon myself to make a little experiment to see what would happen. On the one hand, what I did was I sent out a lot of emails, I sent out a lot of, texts and so on, and saying, wow, um, we've got somebody that's really well known, very successful, and so on. I try to oh dear, the word is not elevate, but to uh, the word's gone. To
Edify.
edify, to edify, and it was on paper. It was an email. It was spoken, and on one of those, for the one for Miami, I actually took it upon myself to phone everybody that I could find with a 305, 954, or a 754 number. Not, I mean, that was from, excuse me, let me go back. On Monday, Scott had a call and he told us about having come back from India, having just returned from Austria, and telling us about, how the thing is going on with India and Austria and the success he's had in Austria and so on. And I got inspired by that. I really did. So on Monday, I started making calls. Monday, started making calls for the visit of Scott that was going to be in Miami. I think that was on the Tuesday, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I personally had 19 people attend that meeting. Personally, me, not my downline, not my team, nothing, me personally. And that was because it was a personal call to everybody. And I edified rightly Scott to understand just how incredible the business is that has allowed leadership and somebody with real will to succeed to do so. Scott is 43 years old. He's got 6 kids. He's been in this business for 23 years, and he's been at the very top of his level for 20 years. Sorry, Didi, you've got your hand up.
Yeah, Lawrence, I just want to ask you a question. So, did you know these people already? Had
No,
you spoken to? No, you just went through the area code and just picked up the phone and dialed in for
well,
dollars.
actually, I looked up on my phone, so that's not
Okay,
entirely. So I looked on my phone. I didn't even remember some of these people. I really didn't. And
okay,
maybe
okay.
somebody will come on today. I don't know. I'll see. But I really didn't remember some of these people. In fact, I'll give you an example. I'll make that example too. Thank you. So, what are we edifying? First of all, the art of inviting. So, before that, I'd like to show you a little video which has been The Art of Inviting the Five C's by Nathan Ricks. There's a little video here, and I'd like to play that for you. Hopefully, I don't mess up all my other stuff in here. But anyway, here we go. Where is this thing now? Of course, it's not there. Oh dear. So it's not there. I did have it and I took it off. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me go back in here. I'll talk and I'll find The Art of Inviting by Nathan Ricks as well, which is absolutely worthwhile listening to. It's grainy, and here it is. Let me see if I can play this. And stop share and share screen. So this is grainy, but it's Nathan Ricks, and I'll explain who this is now. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
here we go. Listen to this.
Inviting is an art form. It's probably the single most important skill set that you need to develop and acquire in this company. Because you're going to spend about 90% of your time prospecting and inviting. If you were in Cannes this past weekend, you probably had the best description ever of prospecting from Laura Cole.
Oh,
Was she incredible?
she was awesome.
Yes, incredible. She's probably the best person in the world to teach that concept. So, if you missed it, you're really screwed up. Right? So next time now you'll go. When there's a big event, you'll do whatever you have to do to get there. All right. So she did a great job with that. And hopefully they'll put out some CDs or something where you guys that weren't there can actually get it and learn the concept of how to prospect. If you'll make this be part of your personality, where all of a sudden your whole life really is just you're interested in talking to people. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, whoever you meet, in any place or any situation, as long as you're willing to open your mouth and just get into a conversation, it is impossible for you to fail in this business. The only reason people fail is they limit who they're willing to talk to in this business. That's it. So it takes a little bit of courage because people are afraid of rejection. They're afraid that somebody's going to tell them no, or something's going to happen where they feel like they've been turned down or discouraged or something like that. You got to get over that. Okay. That's just part of the territory of what we do in this company. And so you got to be willing to talk to people and invite them. Now, the invite is something that really should not be any more than 3 to 4 minutes in length. You can talk as long as you want about friendship and all the years that have gone by or whatever you want to do. But as soon as you launch into this.
Oh, shoot. Christ. Sorry. Oh.
All right.
Sorry.
And that was incredible.
Sorry, my bad. Oh dear, 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 dear.
Hey, Lawrence, I think you got the point across, though. I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking to people. Yeah, a couple of minutes. That's all it takes, and that really drives home the part. The part that don't control yourself, right?
The
Don't.
5 points.
Yes. Yeah.
Compliment. That's what he was going to come next, and I apologize, I blew it. Compliment. Say something nice. Say something positive. Control yourself. Don't just vomit on the people.
Create curiosity.
Excuse me, create curiosity.
Yeah.
So just say something about it. That's why he was so good at that. That's why I'll put this in the chat. There we go.
Yeah, please do. And I know there's a lot of people on this call that have no idea who Nathan Ricks is. Maybe you could
Right.
just expand on that. I know Martin's on the call, and
Yeah.
he's known Nathan.
Yeah.
Get into a little bit because this gentleman we can all learn a lot
Exactly.
from.
That's why I was going to put it in. Thank you, Michael. So exactly the point. So Nathan Ricks is a person who was actually the grandfather of everybody on this call and everybody, even Scott Bennett and everybody else. He was the first, I believe, the first person after the founder to have all of the networks under him. Very famous. On YouTube, look for Nathan Ricks, Nathan, Nathan Ricks. He made over $100 million. He's just an amazing guy, and he died in a plane crash exactly, I think, 3 years ago from January. Anyway, the point of that was the art of inviting, and I'm so sorry I screwed that up because he's explaining how you create curiosity. I mean, you compliment, create curiosity, control yourself, and then have the conversation. So that was the first thing that I actually wanted to say, I'm sorry, my mind's all gone all over the place now. So the point about this was that when Scott came and we looked to see how many people actually came to these events. And on the Monday night, on the Tuesday night, excuse me, when in Naples, excuse me, in Miami, um, there were 30 people. And out of those 30 people, 19 were people that I personally invited. And I thought about it and I said, well, this was an event for everybody. Why? And I believe that this is the reason is that I took it upon myself to call personally and talk to people and say, listen, there's somebody that you have to hear. This is really important. So you edify the person if he or she is worth it. But we've got a company that has the solutions. We've got the solutions for all of these things, for all of our business. So I wanted to emphasize this thing about the edification, personalize, and it's that we're into the age of software and AI and emails and social media. Personally, I think that's great, but I think it has its huge limitations because it is not humaning it. It's not, there's no empathy in it. There's no personal connection with it. And I think we have to have that personal connection. Um, so, gee, my mind went all over the place when I lost that.
Hey,
So, anyways,
Lawrence.
yes, Robert.
Hey, Lawrence, I think that is amazing that you did that. That is incredible. So could you do a little role play and pretend like we are your prospect
Oh,
and
good
call
idea.
us?
Well, I did something with Michael on his call the other day, and as an example, on my phone, on my Rolodeck here, and on just my phone, I looked up 305, for example, 305, 305, and then at random picked up some 305 on my phone, and then on here, oh come on, man, geez, I went all over the place when that thing screwed up. When I screwed up, 305. So, for example, here we go. In fact, I see somebody here that was on, okay, 305. I looked on here and I just went up like this. All these are 305 numbers over the years. And I just picked on somebody like that, wherever it was. Carmen Lopez. No idea who the hell she is. And it turns out that she's Doral Chamber of Commerce. So then I would call and I'd say, hello, Carmen. You've got, see that at some time we've spoken. You don't maybe remember me, but we've got a really, really important event that I'd like you to attend. We've got somebody just come from India, somebody that's returned from India where we're opening the business, somebody's just come from Austria where he's got a huge business, somebody you cannot not come and listen to. The company is 5A1 rated and rated among the 100 most trustworthy mid-cap companies in the US by Forbes. We have We're actually solving problems. And what are those problems? The four pains that we have, the four pains that I believe we have, maybe one of these is your pain: money, stress, time, or self-esteem. Those are four pains that I believe we are solving or we can help to solve. So the problem of money, which is what I was going to go through now, and I want to show you the importance of this and why we can, first of all, the importance is solving the problem of other people. That's the first part. The money is secondary, in my opinion. The money will come when we get everything, when we can understand the other person's issues. And we don't have to go into long conversation, we just have to understand it's one of the four. It's either money, time, stress, or self-esteem. Those are the four. So if we understand that, and then we can then say, well, we've got a business that will allow you to make a lot of money by leverage. That's what this person is doing. He's leveraging his time. He's got people in India and in Austria. How's he doing that? He's been to Austria 4 times in his life, and he's got a multi-million-dollar business in Austria and in Spain. He's been there 4 times for like 3 days or a week. That's it. How does he do it? Leverage. That's what this business is about. That's what everybody on this call is about. That's what we're all on here for. To leverage, to learn to leverage our time. And the leverage is where the success comes, where it's not dependent on you. It's not dependent on you. So I want to show you the money for a minute. Let me go into here. This is, and it's my thinking has, and as I say, what I had focused on was the art of inviting. I wanted that to be very clear, which I'll put that in the chat. And here's the money. I want to share this with you. I want everybody to really, really understand this chart. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excuse me. So I want you to think seriously about this. 30 people to buy $100 a month of something. We've got 300 products, 200 and something products. We've got skincare, we've got healthcare, we've got all sorts of stuff. 300 people, 30 people a month to buy $100 worth of product. That's $3.30 a day. Can we not do that? Do we know anybody that wants to look more beautiful? Do we know anybody that wants to be more healthy? People are obsessed with health now, beginning to be obsessed with health. So it's not difficult to find 30 people to do $100 a month. That will give us $660 a month. And you say, well, that's not very exciting. And I'm saying, well, I agree. But it's a hell of a lot more exciting than saving $158,000 and going to the bank with $158,000 that you've saved after how long, I don't know, and say, here, give me 5%. That's my interest. So the bank will give you 5%, maybe, on $158,000, excuse me, is $660 a month. That's your recurring income. That's your residual, call it. Well, guess what? If you get 4 people to do the same as you, excuse me, oh, I drank it already. Let me have this. 4 people to do the same, 30 people a month at $100. You'll now make $3,180 a month. And you're still going to say, well, that's not very exciting. And I'm going to say, well, it's a hell of a lot more exciting than going to save $760,000. How long will it take you to save $760,000 and then go to the bank and say, give me 5%? That's going to take a hell of a long time. I don't know many people that have saved $760,000. I really don't. Not even in a long time. So This is already giving you a little bit of peace of mind. Might pay for your mortgage, might be something useful. So then the point is, once we start to understand what we are doing, we understand we can help four people solve their problems, whether it's time, stress, money, or self-esteem. Self-esteem is hugely important. That's all the skin products. Health is the big one too.
Mhm.
So when we look at this, and then we say, we found four people, four leaders. That's all we want, four to start. It's not all we want, it's all we really want, yes, four. And then you do the same thing again, and you find three more to do the same as you under them. Now you're making $26,000 a month. Oh, now that's really interesting. That's the equivalent of saving $6,300,000 in the bank. How long will it take anybody on this call to save $6 million doing whatever we were doing? I didn't save $6 million in 30 years of work. I made a lot of money, but I invested it and so on, whatever. But I don't have $6 million in the bank to give me a residual of $26,000 a month. That's what the upshot of leveraging your time. It's the upshot of having as many people to understand leverage, to understand the importance of somebody like Scott who's coming along. Why Scott? Just because he's good looking? No, because he's done it. He's got business in 35 countries. I've got business, Michael Cook and I have got business in 8 countries. And that is because over time. That's leverage. That's what this is about. It's about leveraging our time so that we have got all our eggs are not in the one basket that is ourselves. You can only work 40, 60, 80 hours a week without burning out. But you could work 8,000 hours a week by leveraging your time. That's what this is about. That's the first thing. Does anybody have any questions about that? You can modify this too. You could go to 30 people at $100. Okay, so you get another instead of it doesn't you just modify these. You can put three over here, and you're still making $8,000 a month, which is a million, nearly $2 million a month in the bank, $2 million saved. Just with three and three. These are numbers you can play with. So we're paid up to 6 generations, 5% up to 6 generations deep. That's huge.
That's when they asked me.
So, does anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
It's Peggy.
Peggy, yes, sir.
I'm not familiar with that calculator, and I'm wondering where someone can find it on the internet so they can use it.
Okay. On the internet. So this is where we go. Who is your sponsor?
Jen Hayes. I can go to her, but I'm talking with you right now.
No, I agree. What I'm saying is that this is all of the stuff that we've got here is for our team of people. So I don't know Jen Hayes, but by all means, ask her to give me a call, and I'll be happy to forward it to her.
Okay.
Because we've got all our stuff in different places.
Okay.
So, any questions on this? And actually, let me see if I can just do something. 1 second. Bramwell, are you there? Bramwell, I see you're on the call. Could you come off mute a minute?
Good morning. I'm here. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, can I ambush you?
Oh, sure.
Can I tell everybody something?
Yeah, go ahead. You have my permission.
All right, thank you. So first of all, Bramwell I met him about, I don't know, 10 more, 15 years ago. And he is the office manager for a clinic run by his wife with several doctors. And they came to Utah, never really engaged. But one thing that he did do was he started taking the supplements when he and his family and his kids and everybody scanned in the red. Bramwell, just briefly tell us about your experience with the supplements first, please.
Yes. So again, good morning, everyone. So when I first met Lawrence, he the company and the supplements and the scanner, and he did scan myself and my entire family, three kids, and we all scanned in the red. And after he explained to us what that meant, even my kids were so everyone was so surprised. The kids were even crying. They were like, "Oh, not good." They were crying, literal crying tears. And so immediately we ordered supplements, and we and I went home and cleaned up my refrigerator, and we looked at what we were eating and what we were consuming, cleaned up the refrigerator, and just changed our diet, our intake. Ordered supplements. My kids were on the vitamins, on the Jungle Mel's, and we got the Life Pack and some other supplements. And over a period of time, of course, we rescan and the scores started going up and up and up, and now we're all in green or higher, and myself is all the way up in the blues. So I've literally seen that work from red to high greens and blues. Myself is in the high blues right now, and it's been an amazing journey. It's just literally transformed my eyes. What the supplements did, and feeling much better. I'm running marathons now. My son is this leader of his track team, and it's my daughter. You know, um, at her high school graduation, she was one of two out of the entire graduating class that never missed a day, never missed a day for the whole school term. And at her graduation, they asked her to stand and ask who are the parents. She said, who are the parents of these kids that never miss a day in school? What are you guys feeding them? So that was by me ensuring that they took their jungle miles and their vitamins. And she was one of two out of the entire school, middle school graduation class that never missed a day, never got sick. So, that's something that was truly amazing.
So, Bramwell, I've invited you many times, and you came to the event in Miami. What is the result of that event?
Coming to Miami, well, I would actually, the Miami meeting, I had two meetings that day, and my wife and I was supposed to attend a meeting in same city in Aventura, same location actually, same city. And that was a meeting about concierge medicine. And then Lawrence came and invited me, and I was like, Lawrence, I have another meeting the same day. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I will try. And I had told my wife, you know what, you and my daughter go to the other meeting about the concierge medicine, and I will go with Lawrence because I want to take another look at the company because I have a lab background. I work in the lab in New York as a chemist, and I used to test vitamins and supplements to confirm the label claim, to confirm what's on the label is actually what is correct. So I've seen products with subpar labels, like the label claim is 50 milligrams. When you test it, it's 10 milligrams or 5 milligrams. So I'm familiar with that. So, Lawrence invited me and I said, all right, no, Lawrence, I'm coming with you. So I went to the meeting. Lawrence picked me up and we went to the meeting, and I was just, like I got a new drive, a new passion for getting back in this business because I see, besides, making, as I said, leveraging your time. I know the benefits of the supplements, and I've experienced it myself. My family have experienced it. We have, gone from red to, to much better colors just from taking the supplements and eating better. And of course, I want to leverage my time and and just help other people because I realize that people are suffering because they lack knowledge, so they're not aware of the power of the supplements and the additional benefits that they can achieve from it. So going to that meeting was very pivotal for me in revitalizing, re-energized me, and giving me another push to restart my drive and also to encourage my wife to get back into this business.
So since then, I've had from Bramwell, without exaggerating, I've had probably 20 texts for new meetings and new group and I want to meet these group of doctors and this other group of doctors, and we've got this. So this is leverage. It's taken time. I've never given up on it. I've never given up on just being genuine and having the feeling that there is something I can do to help. I see the clinic busy. I see everybody working like crazy, but everybody's working so hard. Let's leverage people. That's one of the big things we can do to help people. Leverage their time. Help them make money. Money's not everything, but everything is money. So, any other questions on that? Any questions about that? So, all right. I guess that I just had those two things. I wanted to talk about the art of inviting, and I'll put that in. Let me find it now in the chat. I'll put that in the chat. And then the other thing was here it is. Okay, I'm going to put this in the chat.
That's how you drive.
Here it is. I'm putting this in the chat so you can all look at it. Copy. And then in here, we go into Zoom and we go to the chat, wherever that is. Chat, here we go. Okay, I'm putting this in the chat. Oh, by the way, at 11 o'clock, chat. There it is. It's in the chat. And also, I'm going to put something else in the chat at 11 o'clock today, which I'll show you now. 11 o'clock, where are we here? There is a call every 2 weeks. Where's this thing here? Every 2 weeks at 11 o'clock, and this is from the company. So I'm putting this in here now, and this is the chat, putting this in the chat. This is for 11 o'clock, and this is now some really interesting calls that are going on every second week at 11 o'clock. Here we go. I'm putting this in the chat too. There you go. So,
Lawrence, I don't see anything showing up in the chat.
oh, have I not? I've put it to myself. What a schmuck. Hold on. I beg your pardon. Okay, here we go. Thank you. I'll put the second one first. Thank you. And the other one, what did I put? Oh, that was the Nathan thing. All right, coming up, I'm putting the Nathan one in as well first. Nathan one. And Nathan. Hold on. You get that one is in, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so this one, and here's this one.
That's how you.
Okay. Oh dear. Gee, man, I'm not good with this though. Copy. Okay, here we go. Chat. Oof. Paste. Paste now.
Just the one showed up.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. I'll tell you what, man. I am very stressed when it comes to doing anything that has to do with anything that has to do with technology. So bear with me another second here, and I'll try and get that in here. Here we go. Okay. Paste. Why does it not paste? I copied it, man. Okay. Try it again. If at first you don't succeed,
Hey, sorry, Lawrence. The first link for the 11 o'clock call is not working. We can't copy it. At least I can't, and one other person. So does anyone else have that link? Or I can try to look for it.
let me see if I can redo this one. Can you see the one for Nathan, the second one?
No,
Yeah, but I can't copy that. Can anyone else?
no, I can never copy from the chat.
No,
That's my
No, you
problem. But
have
if
to.
you
No, you
click
have
on
to.
it,
You have to
it
click
doesn't
on
come
it.
up.
You have to click on it.
Oh,
I've put it on twice. Can you see that one? The one for Nathan,
thank
please?
you.
Okay, Susan, you've got your hand up.
It doesn't allow us to copy it. Just open up in a browser.
Yeah.
Open the browser.
On that, when somebody asked about the income spreadsheet or whatever,
Yes.
isn't that in HCA or GHUSA in the
Yes,
where
it
it's
should be. It should
documents?
be. Yes,
I,
it should be in the.
I thought they posted the new ones in there.
They should be in the Healthcare Alliance or a Get Healthy USA, yes. Anything else? Anybody else?
Thank you, Lawrence. That was amazing. Amazing call.
No, I apologize. I really screwed up on that, but
No, you didn't.
No,
You didn't.
you did
This
great.
is amazing. You did not.
all
Great
right.
call with brilliant examples. Well done, Lawrence.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. Blessings to you all. And listen, guys, please, I just want to leave a parting shot. We are at the beginning of a tsunami. We're already started. No more excuses. No more excuses. Just get rid of all the cobwebs and persevere. Example was this gentleman that I just called out, Bramwell. I mean, you first time you've seen him. I've known him for 15 years. I've invited him 4 million times. And yet it was when I actually said, I'm going to pick you up. I'm coming for you. It's not an email. It's not a text. I'm coming for you. And I took 4 people in my car. Okay, guys. Thank you. Blessings. And the call at 11 is good. And March starts. Know who your account manager is. In this case, in many of our cases, it's Joanne Pryor. She is a rock star. And see who your account manager is and work with them as well. Yes, Carol.
Lawrence, and for everyone who's looking for it, if you go into GHUSA for affiliates, the group, and then you can go in, it opens up and can hit guides. And in that guide, it's section number, it's in there where you have the spreadsheet for the income, this
Section number 8.
section number 8.
Hey,
Leverage. Thank
Carol,
you.
Carol,
Leverage.
can you
Yeah.
share that in Get Healthcare or Get Healthy USA?
Yeah, what I'll do is do a screenshot of it. So
There
you
you
can
go.
see
This
it.
is leverage. Good job. Thank you.
And
So
Robin,
Peggy,
where
you'll
would you
find
like
it
me to
there.
share it through?
GHUSA.
Well, Healthcare Alliance maybe for everybody, or Get Health, whatever you think. Healthcare Alliance, yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Healthcare Alliance is
All
fine.
right, very good.
Bromwell is asking if you could post it here.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't see the messages, but yes, go ahead.
I'm not sure how to do it here.
Just where it says there's a little thing. It says everyone.
Yeah, but it's on our phone right now.
Oh,
Well,
all
maybe
right.
you. Okay.
Let me find. I don't want to keep everybody's time on this, but I'll find it. Let's Get Healthy USA.
Okay.
It's on Facebook. It's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks everybody.
everyone.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Thank you.
Blessings to everybody. Thank you.